Hey there, 2D. Let's jump into another Theros Beyond Death draft. Best of one. And wow, yeah, okay. Well, so we open an Elspeth's Son's Nemesis. So this is one of the new Planeswalkers out of the set, and just very, very good. All her abilities are minus abilities, but that's okay because she has Escape for 6, which means we can pay 6 mana, exile 4 other cards out of our graveyard, and we get to recast her. So we can just keep using Elspeth over and over and over and over again. So, yeah, just one of the better cards out of the set for sure. Also in the pack, Heliod's Punishment's alright, Timurit's pretty good, Cathedral Class is pretty good, Final Death is really good, so pretty good pack overall. Probably second pick would be this Final Death. But yeah, we're going to absolutely take this. Elspeth, not only is she the best card in the pack, she is the most interesting card in the pack, so both fronts look pretty good there. Here we've got a Hateful Eidolon, which is a good card. We've got a Mire's Grasp, which is probably the best common removal spell, just very good. Triggers, enchantment synergies, and also it's just a really good removal spell. It kills anything that's, an early threat, it'll take care of, and even like late game threats, you can really shrink down. If they have a big 5/5 flyer or whatever, even if you turn that into a 2/2 flyer, that's still that can save your life pretty well. So I guess if there's nothing here in white for us, so if we're gonna speculate on another color, I think we take Mire's Grasp. Hateful Eidolon is also good, especially in the black-white archetype. We can tap into some like enchantment themes, but I guess Flicker is pretty good. Flicker is good for a number of reasons in this format. You can flicker your enchantments to get another constellation trigger, or you can flicker an opponent's creature to get the auras off of it. You can do there's a lot of different tricks you can do with Flicker of Fate. Maybe it's worth taking that over Mire. I think Mire's Grasp is just so much more powerful than Flicker of Fate. We'll take Mire's. Speculate on black a bit. Okay, in this pack, Agonizing Remorse is pretty great. Basically, just a Thoughtseize, and the extra mana isn't a big deal in this, in limited. Paying 2 mana for this effect is definitely still worth it, and being able to snipe a card out of the graveyard is actually pretty important as well. You can take an escape card out of your opponent's graveyard if they, because a lot of times in the late game, if you top deck or a discard spell, you're pretty sad about it, but here you can actually get some additional value out of that. Sentinel's Eyes has also been really great. I don't know if we take it this early, but I think probably what we'll take is Triumphant Surge. This is just an okay removal spell. Still, I mean, even being an okay removal spell, it's still pretty good. And white is the color we're definitely in. We would like to be in black for this Mire's Grasp, but we're only certainly going to be in white. I'm going to play this Elspeth come hell or high water, so we're kind of forcing white here no matter what, and it's a double pip card, so it's not like we're going to be able to splash it. So given that we're certainly in white and only maybe in black, I think we take the Triumphant Surge, although I do think Agonizing Remorse is better in a vacuum. Sentinel's Eyes is actually closer to Triumphant Surge than it might seem, but we'll just take the Triumphant Surge. Okay, in this pack, in white, we've got Captivating Unicorn, which is playable. We would play, one of these at our top end. Rumbling Sentry, which is pretty much not playable. Probably the best card in the pack would be something like Omen of the Sea, or maybe Nylea's Forerunner, but I don't think either of these are good enough to want to go into their colors. So black seems to be the best out of this pack. Soul Reaper, Amogus, and Discordant Piper are both very playable cards. I think specifically being in black-white, we'll go with Soul Reaper. Because it is an enchantment creature, we can have some enchantment synergies. Discordant Piper is better in black-red. I would say Discordant Piper is a better card than Soul Reaper Amogus, but you typically want to tap into those synergies, and that's kind of what this format is about, is more synergies and less just good cards stacked together, which is kind of what our deck's looking at like right now. So I think we want to grab the card that gets us closer to some sort of synergy. Soul Reaper Amogus is also really good in black-red, but I think it's better in black-white than Discordant Piper is, so we'll go with Soul Reaper. Yeah, and Dawn Evangel looks pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to take the Dawn Evangel here, and what we really want to pick up is some Hateful Eidolons, and we can get a sort of Enchantress Aura deck going. between the Soul Reapers and the Hateful Eidolons. We can grind out a lot of synergy that way. So that's what we're going to be aiming for. Here we do have a Nyxborn Courser, which is fine. Scavenging Harpy is also fine. Um, this does have some benefit in being an enchantment creature, but I think we're probably going to take the Scavenging Harpy. I've just, for a couple of reasons, being able to attack the graveyard I think is actually pretty vital in this format. And also, having some evasion is also pretty nice in this format where things can get clogged up pretty severely. Nyxborn Courser doesn't really help with those situations. It does have the added benefit of being an enchantment creature, so it's arguable that we should take the Nyxborn Courser here because of that, but I think instead we'll just take the Scavenging Harpy. Okay, so Marauder and Courser are both pretty okay. Again, they're both enchantment creatures, but I think we're going to take the Karamuncher's Blessing here. Karamuncher's Blessing is just really great if you have a lot of enchantment creatures or auras to put on your creatures. Just it's a great blowout spell. You're able to survive pretty much anything with this. And, even in its fail case, even if I'm just using it on like a Scavenging Harpy, 1 mana for +2/+2 isn't that bad. Like that's about where you want to be for a 1 mana combat trick to be somewhere near playable. So having the huge upside on a okay-ish card, I think we want to take that rather than take one of these enchantment creatures. So we'll take that. So here we have an interesting pick. Hero of the Winds, I think, is typically worse than Scavenging Harpy. Just having a 3 mana flyer with 2 powers usually better than a 4 mana flyer with 1 power. Even though a 1/4 body is pretty sizable. But I think we're actually going to take the Hero of the Winds because it has some additional synergy with our Elspeth Sun's Nemesis. Elspeth is good at kind of going wide. And the heroic ability on Hero of the Winds we can actually take advantage of. If we pick up like another Karamuncher's Blessing, maybe another good aura to slap on this Hero of the Winds, and we are able to just like make 4 1/1s with Elspeth and make them all 2/1s to swing in for a bunch of damage. That's actually a pretty good synergy, a good way that we can actually finish out this game. There's another Nyxborn Courser going by. We've seen a lot of those. And Cling to Dust is also definitely playable, but I think we go with Hero of the Winds here because we have that additional synergy. In this pack we've got Stone Cold Nothing. I guess we just pick the best card, which I think is probably... So if we do end up not going black, which we're not married to black here, we've got 3 pretty good cards, but we don't have to be in black. So I guess out of these we're most likely to play Relentless Pursuit. It's pretty good with Elspeth. We can put an Elspeth in our graveyard or put cards in our graveyard to fuel our Elspeth. So I guess we would be more likely to play that than like the Nylea's Forerunner or the Aspect of the Mana Core, which are both also pretty playable cards. So I think we take the Relentless Pursuit. Hedge towards green a bit. Wow. Holy moly. Okay. Well, we're very set up to shift into green if we have a reason to. Hornbeetle is just an absolute bomb. I can't believe it went this late, but we will take Hornbeetle. Yeah, and I kind of want to take Binding of the Titans here because it does have some we can set up our Elspeth Sun's Nemesis, but I think the correct thing to take is Flicker of Fate. Just stick on our white-black plan if we can. Okay, take this for the side. Wow. Okay, we might shift into green here. We just picked up a lot of green cards pretty late. Ooh, here's Perforos' Intervention, which is pretty good. Just a really solid removal spell. Basically is going to kill anything. Twice X is going to be pretty hard not to be able to kill something when you have twice X. And then sometimes it just wins you the game. Sometimes you just use its other mode, make an X1 elemental creature with trample and haste, and you can just kill your opponent on the spot. But I don't think we're going to take that. We are going to take this Dreadful Apathy. Just a fantastic removal spell. Handles anything, and it's got some sneaky synergies with Flicker of Fate. We can put this on something, activate its 3-mana ability, and then Flicker of Fate it in response. The creature we exile still gets exiled, but we get to put the Dreadful Apathy on another creature. So some really good synergy there. There's also this Destiny Spinner. If we did want to go into green, that's a really nice one to pick up. Staggering Insight's a powerful card. Witness of Tomorrow is definitely playable. Another Harpy would be nice. So there's a lot of good cards here. Underworld Ragehound also pretty good. But I think we just take the Dreadful Apathy as a great removal spell. So there's another rare here, Nylea's Intervention, which is just not worth playing. so we won't worry about that. Sunmare Pegasus is an okay card, and Scavenging Harpy is also okay. Warbriar Blessing is also really nice, though. There's some good green cards here. I wonder, should we just shift out of black? I mean, we're giving up the Myers Grass. It's a big thing we're giving up here. And we're going up this Nessian Hornbeetle, this Relentless Pursuits, and this Forerunner. And we can also pick up this Warbriar's Blessing, potentially. We could also take this Elysian Caryatid potentially to, like, splash another color, but you know, we can't really splash a Myers Grasp. I don't think it's too low of a mana cost. It's not really worth it. So I think we would probably just take this Warbriar's Blessing. Yeah, I think we'll do it. I think we'll I think we'll do it. And if we can get back this Skull of Grave Dancer, we're probably not getting back this Caryatid. But if we get back this Grove Dancer, it's another way to dump cards in our graveyard for our Elspeth. So I think we're gonna go into green officially. Move these black cards to the sideboard. Still have black as an option potentially, but plan plan to go into green as our plan. Plan A here. Relentless Pursuit and Nylea's Forerunner. Here, well, Elspeth's Nightmare is a pretty okay card, kind of overperformed a bit. And there's also a Venomous Hierophant. Jeez, I'm kind of getting pulled in two different directions if we want to go green or we want to go black. Venomous Hierophant goes really well with our plan of putting Elspeth in the graveyard, and it's also just a nice body. A 3/3 Death Touch can do a lot. Nylea's Huntmaster is okay, not great. Centesian Petitioner is definitely runnable, although it's better the more green you are. You really, if you're like a mainly green deck with a little bit of another color, it's really good. But it's still, I mean, a 3-mana 2/2 that comes in and gains you 2 life is near playable, so you don't have to do that much to make it like pretty good. We could just take this Courser as an okay card, another enchantment. I think we'll take the Courser. Just stick with the white that we know we're in. Okay, Chainweb Arachneer is a very good card, especially with these graveyard synergies with Relentless Pursuit. And then Laguna Band Storyteller would also be fantastic in our deck because we're going to be dumping things into our graveyard with Relentless Pursuits and the like, so being able to get back an enchantment would be really good, but I think we want to go with the Arachneer. There's a limit to how many escape cards you can actually play in a deck, and this is not a cheap escape cost. 4 cards out of your graveyard is pretty costly. So if we have both an Elspeth and a Chainweb Arachneer in our graveyard, it becomes a question of of resources. So maybe it's better to go with the Laguna Band Storyteller as a similarly powerful card. I do think the Chainweb Arachneer is just better, but I think we'll go with the Laguna Band Storyteller. It has the same sort of graveyard synergy, but it doesn't compete with our escape resources quite as much. So we'll go with the Storyteller here. Yeah, we'll pick up another Dawn Evangel. That's pretty good. We really want to pick up some more auras. We do have Warbriar's Blessing. We do have, Dreadful Apathy, which doesn't super work well with Laguna Band or with Dawn Evangel. But if we can pick up a few more auras here, we'll be pretty happy with that as a synergy. Okay, we'll probably take the Skova Grove Dancer here. We also have this Hero of the Pride. Again, has some synergy with our Elspeth Sun's Nemesis, but I think the Grave synergy with Skova Grove Dancer is better. We just want to dump cards in our graveyard to be able to recast our Elspeth like 1,000 times. It's going to be our primary game plan, so we'll take the Grove Dancer. It's also good as an enchantment creature. Here, I think we take the Sentinel's Eyes. It just fills a lot of different slots in our deck. It has some graveyard synergy. It has, it turns on our Dawn Evangels as an enchantment or an aura we can put on our creatures. And it also, is something we can do for our Hero of the Winds. We can get this back, pump our whole board, put it on Hero of the Winds, and make it a pretty sizable threat. Transcendent Envoy would also be okay. Currently, we don't have like the best tools for it, but it would be runnable as a 1/2 enchantment creature. And then Nexus Wardens, it's good, but I worry about taking too many cards like this in this format. I don't want to end up with this deck that can't really win. So I don't super value that card. I think do we take the Glory Bearers or the Nyxborn Courser? I think we already have a good amount of 4-drops here. I think we just take the Courser. Okay, Inspire Awe isn't the worst thing in the world, but I think we would rather just take the Nyxborn or the Nexus Wardens as a It also has an enchantment creature payoff. And this potentially, it would be pretty good in our deck because most of our creatures are either enchantments or will have enchantments on them. So it can be a one-sided fog, kind of blow our opponents out. But I don't know. The problem is, this format just has so many enchantment creatures that you can't really guarantee that this will be a one-sided fog. So I think we just take the Nexus Wardens here. Yeah, we'll take another Grow Dancer. Seems good. There's some potential that we would want to take the Warden of the Chain, but I don't know if we have enough ways to turn it on right now. We'll just take the Scope of Grave Dancer. Hey, and we got back the Cetizen Petitioner. That's pretty crazy. Alright. Okay. Do we want a third Relentless Pursuit? We do have some graveyard synergies here. We could really dig through our deck to get to our Elspeth and fill up our graveyard to recast her. Nylea's Forerunner is also just a really good card, though. I think we take the Relentless Pursuit. We're going all in on this graveyard strategy. I guess we take the Thaumaturge. We're not going to play Plummet in a best of one. And there's the Inspire Awe anyway, which we probably won't play. Ooh! Ay. We kind of wish we had stuck in black for Nightmare Shepherd. This is an absolute bomb, but we're well past this point now. We can't take it. Cetizen Training is probably what we'll take. I think it's better than taking like a Captivating Unicorn or... Although Captivating Unicorn does have some... I mean, with all of our creatures being enchantment creatures, there is some argument to taking Captivating Unicorn. These Relentless Pursuits also mean we're almost guaranteed to hit our land drops up to 5, which makes it a little less painful as a 5-drop. And Birth of Meletus is, like, okay. It's not, like, fantastic. It's probably runnable. Cetizen Training is really good. I think we take Cetizen Training. Goes with our Aura theme. Yeah, and here we'll take the Warbriar Blessing. Here's another Unicorn. If we can get one of these Unicorns back, I'll be happy about it. But Warbriar's Blessing is just very good, so we'll take that. Oh yeah, Loathsome Chimera looks really good in this deck. We have just lots of ways to fill up the graveyard, and it's already a good card. Combines really well with our Nessian Hornbeetle. Going turn 2 Hornbeetle into turn 3 Loathsome Chimera is just a beating. And then, the other option here would be Revoke Existence, which we probably would run main deck, but I think Chimera is our pick. Interesting. So Daxos would be good in our deck as an enchantment creature. Could really lock down the ground and gain us a ton of life, especially if we're spewing out a ton of tokens with Elspeth. Is going to be gaining a life for every one of those tokens. But I think Brawler is just a better card. I think we take Brawler here. We're not super deep into white, right? We're pretty evenly split between green and white here. I guess we're even slightly more green than we are white. So I think Brawler is the better option. Give us a late game play. So we'll go with Brawler here. Oh, Siona. Wow. So how many auras do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 auras. I think that's more than enough for Siona. Just going to be a very powerful card in our deck, I think. Wow, what a great pickup this late. Here we'll take the Skirmisher. I'll consider running it. I'll look at what we've got towards the end. Do we want a third Grove Dancer? That might be a bit much. We'll put it in the sideboard. I think it's better than taking anything else here. So we'll put it in the sideboard, but I don't know if we're going to run 3 of them. Nothing much here. We'll take the Soul Guide Lantern, but I don't think it's main deckable, unfortunately. And we'll take the Birth, I guess. Take the Colossus. If it ends up we need some sort of top end, we can go for that. Take the sword. We're just, if we find we need some stuff, we're taking some options. Omen's okay. We'll take that. And another Grove Dancer. Okay. Put Wardens. Okay. So we got to cut 5 cards. We do have a pretty good aura theme between the Siona and these 2 Dawn Evangels. So I don't think we want to cut any auras. Nessian Hornbeetle plus Loathsome Chimera are also really good. Don't think we want to cut either of those. I think potentially we could cut the Skirmisher. I think we're going to cut the... How much trouble do we have with flyers? Let's see. We have Nexus Wardens. We have Here of the Winds. I guess we are a little soft. I was gonna say we could take out this Nexus Wardens, but I guess we are a little soft to flyers, right? Maybe we don't want to take away one of our only ways to block a flyer. Could just get beaten down by like something suited up with the blue-white enchantment, staggering insight. We would have no way to really combat that. So I guess we leave that. Maybe we go down Skirmisher. Is 3 Relentless Pursuits maybe too much? How much? We have Sentinel's Eyes, we have Loathsome Chimera and our Elspeth as payoffs. I think 3 is actually good, believe it or not. We are going to be digging through our deck pretty severely. Maybe that means we don't need 2 Skola Grave Dancers, although we're going down pretty severely on 2 drops at that point. Especially because Flicker of Fate isn't really a 2 drop, that's more something we'll be doing later in the game. So maybe we shouldn't cut any more 2 drops. We're not doing much anything until turn 3 if we do that, yeah. I think we'll go down a Courser. We'll go down a Petitioner, I guess. It just doesn't... It's not super great with our theme, our enchantment aura theme here. It is a very good card. Can really stabilize, help you win races. And it's a way to kind of claw your way back into a game that otherwise you couldn't win. Maybe I do go down one of the Relentless Pursuits. Geez, this is really tough. I think we'll go down the Flicker. It's good in our deck, but I think it might be a little bit too cute. Yeah, and I think we'll go down 1 Relentless Pursuit and a Secession Petitioner. Those 2 last cuts are pretty painful, but I don't know what else I cut. I think we want all these other cards more, so we'll try it like that. We find ourselves like really wanting another Relentless Pursuit, we can bring it back in between games, but let's try it like that. So we got a green, kind of interesting green-white kind of graveyard-based deck with Elspeth as our finisher. This Hero of the Winds has a lot of different, with all the auras we have, this Hero of the Winds is probably going to be pretty good. We've got a Siona to dig us either a Dreadful Apathy out or Wardbriar's Blessings to fight something and just make a lot of 1/1s that can go wide, and Elspeth can take advantage of, giving everything +2/+1. So this deck looks pretty interesting, and giving everything trample can also go well with pumping with Elspeth, so let's see how it turns out. On to the games. Okay, playing against 10 Cs per minute, and we will keep this. It's a little slow. We're not doing anything until turn 3, and that turn 3 is a Relentless Pursuit, which is, not really much of anything. So if our opponent has some crazy aggressive start, we could be in trouble, but we did draw a White Source, which is nice. We can... Okay. That's... Okay. So if they do... Alright, we'll see what they do. The worst case scenario is they go the blue-white enchantment and then also leap up protection for this Transcendent Envoy. Okay, they do not. They're just playing out a creature, sure. I do think we just Relentless Pursuit here, try to find something good to do. We'll take the... Yeah, we'll take the Ferris Bramballer and Plains. Discard Forest. Getting some cards in our graveyard, which is nice. Opponent attacks in. Okay. Do we want a Dreadful Apathy just to save some life? No, you know what? We're going to keep Relentless Pursuiting. See what our opponent does. Okay, Grove Dancer and Plains. We'll discard the hand size. We'll discard a Forest. And next turn we can, if they play something sizable here, we can eat it up. Alright. Yeah, we'll just Grove Dancer. And I think we'll Dreadful Apathy the Envoy here. See if it gets countered. Starlit Mantle, sure. We can fight that next turn with a Ferris Brawler. Sure, blocks. Okay, I think we do just Ferris Brawler here. See if our opponent counters. Try to fight the I guess either way, Karametra's Blessing is gonna kill our creature. Starlit Mantle, okay. That doesn't kill our creature at least. No tax. We at least got a blocker for this Courser now. We can Hero the Winds to block the Transcendent Envoy, which is nice. Get pretty low on life, so we're gonna need to Okay, Elspeth is nice. But first we will hero the winds. And pass turn. Got a blocker for this Transcendent Envoy now. They do have a window here where we don't have Triumphant Surge up. Ooh, okay, Archon. Gonna need to find a way to kill that. Ooh, and they immediately have a... They immediately have a way to proc it too, which is bad. Okay, Loathsome Chimera. Ugh, and it's just got fewer power. Yeah, we might be out of luck here. I guess we have to gain life. We'll gain some life. Yeah, we'll just gain 5 life. And play the Loathsome Chimera. And pass turn. Opponent does get to kill our Elspeth here, but at least we can gain some life back. Sure. Yeah, Elspeth is dying regardless, so we'll just block the 2/2, save some life. Okay, Go to combat. Attack and attack. Opponent takes 4. We will play Elspeth from our graveyard. Exile, 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 exile. Gain 5 life. Play a plains. Pass turn. Put ourselves well out of the danger zone here. Okay, opponent just attacks us, sure. Okay. Yeah, sure. Elspeth dies, we will block. Opponent gains 5 back. Mill here. Okay, Nexus Wardens is not bad. I think we go Nexus... Yeah, we can do both. So we'll Nexus Wardens. See if that gets countered. Then we will... They could potentially have a flash blocker here, which would suck, but I think we still do it. I mean, a flash enchantment, which would give them... Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna have to kill this. Rather than play our Elspeth, we're gonna have to kill that. That not only eats up our creatures, it pretty... Okay, they're just gonna double block, sure. We'll kill one of the Nyxborn Coursers. Pass turn. Sunmere Pegasus, alright, more flyers, not good. See, we just need to find some bite spells more than anything. We'll block here, block here. You know what? We'll block both of these, so we'll just get this thing off the board. Take 6. Less flyers means our Elspeth. Okay. Here we can... Elspeth Sun's Nemesis. Exile. Pursuit. Pursuit. Forest. Courser. Yeah, we're gonna Sun's Nemesis the Chimera and the Grove Dancer. Find your valor and fight. blow up the Archon. Gain some life. Go to combat. Attack and attack. Sure, opponent just trade and trade, sure. And we got blockers for days now for our Elspeth, so I'm liking where we're at. We crawled our way back into this game entirely because of Elspeth. Yeah, we'll start making 1-1s, I guess.
I am proud of my comrades.
And play Dawn Evangel. Play Loathsome Chimera. Exile, exile, exile. And no attacks. Oh, Storyteller's great. So we will... Guess we don't get it this turn, so we'll wait. We will... minus Elspeth to... pump Dawn Evangel and... I guess Chimera. Those are the two we can attack with.
Believe in yourself as I believe.
We'll attack and attack. See if our opponent has a combat trick of some kind. Okay, they just take it. We will Storyteller. Get back. I guess Dreadful Apathy is better than Warbriar Blessing. Sure, got an Omen of the Suns. Scries. Looking for an answer. Wow, 2 top. That's a little concerning. Okay. I guess we will minus again. We'll do the Storyteller and the Dawn Evangel. Go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. Sure, okay. Why don't just Riptide Turtles? Sure. We will take this chance to kill the Transcendent Envoy while they have no creatures. Then we will exile the Transcendent Envoy. And pass turn, see what they've got. Terranica, okay. Ooh, do we even have any auras left, I wonder? I guess we can... yeah, we can still Elspeth. So we'll Siona first. Okay, we do have a Sentinel's Eyes. Oh. Ah, we can't Elspeth and Sentinel's Eyes. I guess we'll Sentinel's Eyes our Hero the Win, pump our team. It would be great if we could have Elspeth too, but I think this is better. Go to combat, attack with everything. Here, opponent eats one of our 1/1s, takes a bunch of damage. And we just bring back Chimera. Exile everything except for Elspeth and the Dreadful Apathy. They're gonna need to, like, a Wrath here to survive, which I guess they could have in white. Okay, and we won. Whew. That's what it's all about. Our synergies pulled it together there. We have this graveyard theme that really came together. We were able to exploit Elspeth to her maximum potential, and she absolutely clawed us from a very poor-looking position into just dominating this game by herself. Great stuff. On to the next one. Alright, up against Cats Like Felix. And yeah, this looks good. We can go Skova Gravedancer and hopefully draw a land for our Siona. Keep this. For these higher drop cards, we can start digging with Relentless Pursuit, so we should be able to hit those land drops. Whoa. Our opponent is playing Fruit of Tizerius, which is not a good card, but specifically them running this makes me think they're probably in some sort of crazy, like, mono-black aggro deck. Which might actually be, yeah, looking like a mono-black aggro deck to me. I guess at least we do have a 2-drop, because this deck we do not have a ton of 2-drops, so it's good we have this Grove Dancer to at least trade with this Physician. This is kind of scary. Yep. We will Grove Dancer. It's good we hit lands. It's pretty much what we wanted to hit. Because now we can just Siona into Hero, into an Aura, into Ferris Brand. Fruit of Tizerius. We will trade, sure. Okay, opponent has no follow-up, which is good for us. We will Siona. Hopefully find a Aura. We should. With the number of Auras we have, it should be unlikely that we don't. I think I'd rather take training. We'll take the Warbriar's Blessing. It gives us something. I mean, the thing is, our Sion is almost certainly going to die, right? So, oh wow, maybe they were just missing their land drops. Okay. Sure, we will attack with Siona. Okay. I thought for sure she was going to get Mire's grasped, but maybe we should have taken Cetessan training then. It's possible. Wow. Well, Soul Guide Lantern isn't bad against us. Can you know, get rid of our Elspeth forever, but that is not the card they wanted right now. Yeah, I'm really regretting not getting that training. Would have been great here. Ooh, Horn Beetle. Yeah, I think we just slammed the Forerunner. Put as much pressure as we can on the board. And then, I mean, we're at the point where if they play a creature, we can potentially, you know, if it's... The ideal situation is to be a creature with one toughness. Then we could slap this Warbriar's Blessing on the hero of the wins, pump our whole team, make a 1/1. Alright, they're just desperately trying to find their third land. They really should have by now. Okay, there's the third land. I don't feel quite as bad. This turn we can go like Horn Beetle plus Relentless Pursuit. Well, maybe not. Let's see what they take. I mean, really, if they take the Brawler, yeah, that's the most powerful card, but we don't even really care about that, because we can go... I guess we'll Relentless Pursuit first, just in case. I don't think there's anything better than Horn Beetle. Ugh. Well, that's a little unfortunate, but we'll take the Forest, dump the rest in the graveyard, play the Horn Beetle, pump it, get in, and our opponent is in really bad shape. They're going to need something very, 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 very good here, not just to die. I don't know exactly what's going on in our opponent's deck. I wanted to say some sort of mono-black aggro deck with this Fruit of Tizerius, but if they're mono-black aggro, having nothing to do on 2 mana... Okay, good game. They had nothing to do on 2 mana for a ton of turns, which doesn't seem like an aggro deck, so maybe they were just mono-black, like, Devotion, and it just didn't come together. I don't know. Anyway, we... that wasn't even remotely close, so on to the next game. Alright, playing against Angelo Ganger, and we'll keep this. I mean, we keep this because one land gets us to Relentless Pursuit, which should get us to our 4-drops, but hopefully we draw 1 land. This is sort of a problem with the deck, a reason why we didn't cut the, you know. Okay, well, if we don't draw a land here, we are almost certainly going to lose, especially against red-white. I'm sure they can put like that double striker out this turn. Ooh, Hero of the Next Born is even worse. Yikes. Well, that's how it is. We just didn't draw. I guess we discard this Cetessan training. We can get it back with Storyteller, potentially. Man. Yep. And, okay. Opponent has an extremely good draw as well as us missing, that's pretty much game. Alright. Discard, I guess Relentless Pursuit. Yep, we are dead. I mean, that's, this is the, you know, the kind of negative side of Best of One is every once in a while you will have games like this where, you know, you lose to Mana Screw or Mana Flood, and you don't really get a chance to come back from it and have another game, you know? You're just, yeah, well, we'll scoop it up. That's sort of the downside. I mean, okay, Best of 1 has a lot of upsides in Limited, I think. I don't like it in Constructed at all, but in Limited, it does have some upsides where you get to see more different kinds of decks. You're not kind of like, if you're up against like a mismatch thing, like your opponent's deck is way weaker than yours or way stronger than yours, it's less of a like painful experience for both players if it's just a Best of 1. But then you do have times like this where we just had no chance to do anything. I don't think that keep was wrong. I think, you know, expecting to draw a land in our first 4 or 5 draws isn't crazy. You know, if we had drawn a land in our first 2 or 3 draws, I think we would have been in good shape. And even in our like 4th draw, we would have a chance. But you know, I think we were 5 draws deep there. I never saw one, and yeah. But I mean, that's gonna happen in Best of 1. Sometimes you're just gonna draw all lands. Sometimes you're gonna draw no lands, and that's the only chance you get at playing your opponent. So who knows what this matchup would have really looked like. Our opponent did look like they had a good deck, though. Having 2 heroes is pretty good. That's a pretty awesome card. So we'll just move on to the next one. You know, we paid our taxes to the luck gods in this one, so on to the next. Alright, up against Vinsky, and yeah, we'll keep this. We got probably 2 of our best cards with Dreadful Apathy and Elspeth. We'll keep. And Nexus Wardens is a good way to kind of lock things down. Forest. Okay, Lampad is scary. We honestly might want to just kill that Lampad with our Dreadful Apathy. It is, it's a messed up card. Okay. Jeez, okay. I'm trying to think if there's any reason we shouldn't do this now, like if we should wait until we have 6 mana, but I don't think so. I think we just gotta Dreadful Apathy this thing and get rid of it while we can. Ah, man, if they have like Farrakha's Libation, I guess they can make us sacrifice the Dreadful Apathy. And I think we just lose if they have that. But, like, what do we do? Ooh, okay. I saw 3 mana tap and my heart stopped for a second. Okay, here I think we do just... We want to just get rid of this thing while we can. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to just do it so nothing can screw this up. We're just getting rid of this Lampad right now. Next turn we can... Yeah, okay, sure. Next turn we can Nexus Wardens plus Warbriar Blessing to kill the Scavenging Harpy. Alright. Marauder, sure. We will Wardens... Yeah, Warden... Blessing... Eat the Harpy. Pass turn. And it does give us a pretty good block against the Marauder. They could, like, attack with it and then Myers Grasp to kill our Wardens, but I think we're still going to block. I think just not, you know, taking forward... I guess, maybe we won't block this time and we'll block next turn when we have an Elspeth out. Because then, even if they do kill our creature after that, at least we ate up 1 hit that would have gone at our Elspeth. Yeah, I think this turn we'll let it through. Next turn we'll... Okay, Grey Merchant, sure. That was a good draw. So now we can Elspeth, make some 1/1s, and pass the turn. No attacks. I was considering playing the Dawn Evangel there plus Relentless Pursuit, because then if our next Warden dies, we at least get to... I guess we don't even get it back, so maybe that would... that was a bad idea, actually. It's a test and training. Alright. Okay. This does mean Mogus's Blessing, or whatever it's called, does kill our Nexus Warden now, which is a little unfortunate. Still gonna block, though. Oh, do they have a... What do they have? I don't think there's anything at 3 mana they have that could kill our... I mean... No, Elspeth's Nightmare doesn't kill our Nexus Warden. I don't think there's anything they could have that could just kill it straight up without attacking here. Okay. Yep, we will block and block. Soul Reaper, sure. Alright, okay, now we've stabilized a bit. I think we will Dawn Evangel. Yeah, Dawn Evangel. Gain some life. Make some 1/1s.
Courage will bloom in all who seek justice.
Relentless Pursuit. Take the Grove Dancer and a land. What? Okay. It. I wanted that land, but alright. I guess having it in our graveyard, maybe there's some upside to that. Maybe that was a big brain play. Pass turn. Alright, so we're pretty set up here. We have plenty of stuff in the graveyard to get our Elspeth back. Have a Dawn Evangel, which still can't get back anything, but we can eventually trade off this Grove Dancer and get it back when, like, our Nexus Warden dies. Oh, okay, never mind. Dawn Evangel is dead. She isn't bad. Yep, okay, sure. We can get the Elspeth back as the thing. Okay, it's all just coming at us. Sure. Yep, we will block and kill this Soul Reaper. Take 2. I'm a little worried about another Grey Merchant, so I don't want to take too much damage here. Kill the Soul Reaper. Okay, yeah, we can play Grove Dancer, gain some life. Play Sun's Nemesis, plus, you know, plus these, whatever.
Believe in yourself.
Get back Sun's Nemesis. Exile, wait. Exile, 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 and I guess exile the training as well.
Prepare yourself, Heliod. I have killed one god. If
Two
you are going to
1/1s,
fight,
attack.
fight beside me.
Hit our opponent for 3, pass turn. I'm kind of wary to kill this Grey Merchant. I am going to kill this next Born Marauder this turn if I can do it. If I can throw like the Skull of Grave Dancer and oh yeah, that is terrible against us. Sure, yeah. We'll sacrifice a 1/1. Next-born Courser, sure. We do need to draw some action here eventually. I think we will plus these.
You are braver than you know.
We will attack. Yeah, we'll have our Warbriar's Blessing put on the Skull of Grave Dancer. Attack the Grey Merchant. Go to combat. Attack and attack. Play Courser. Gain some life. And pass the turn. We can mill with Skull of Grave Dancer. Okay, we will mill. Okay, we'll sacrifice a 1/1. Land's not ideal. Yeah. Let's see, how many cards we got in our graveyard? We don't have enough to get back Elspeth yet. I think this turn we'll just pump our 1/1, pump our Grove Dancer.
Find your valor and
Combat. Attack and attack. If your opponent wants to trade that Marauder with our Grove Dancer. Okay. We're just gonna sack the Soul Reaper, I guess. Okay, they're just trading it for the 1/1, sure. So we will mill and mill. Alright, then we'll... Is there anything we can do to discard this? I don't think so, so we'll just play this. And... pass the turn. We got enough cards in our graveyard now to get back our Elspeth, which is nice. Okay, we will mill again. Gain some life. We will sacrifice... Yeah, just the Courser's fine. Okay, here we will plus our Sun's Nemesis.
You are braver than you know.
Let's see. If we Sentinel's Eyes, that'll take 3 cards out of our graveyard, which means there'll be 5 left. So we should be able to do both, right? So we'll Sentinel's Eyes on our Nexus Wardens. Exile. Exile. We should still be able to get back our Elspeth. Yeah, okay, good. Elspeth. Well, actually, hold on. Before we Elspeth, we'll play a Plains, mill once, then we'll Elspeth. Go exile everything except for the Dreadful Apathy.
Quest is not over until peace.
Pump our creatures.
Find
Attack.
your valor and fight.
Opponent just chumps. Takes 6. God, Elspeth is so ridiculous. Yep, and that should be game unless our opponent... Yeah, okay. So once again, Elspeth just runs away with the game. Whew. Our deck is sweet, man. Oh, this graveyard synergies, this green-white self-mill Elspeth deck is pretty nasty. I would say pretty high up there with the decks I've been able to draft this format. So, sweet. On to the next one. Alright, playing against Michael Waves, and yes, we will keep this hand. Got a Skull of Grave Dancer into a Dreadful Apathy. Huh, is this another mono black, like, aggro deck? I guess we'll play Forest. Mired Triton, okay. Yeah, this is mono black. Oh, that was 2 unfortunate cards to mill over for them. Those are both very good. I think we'll just block this Mired Triton. We'll let the Grim Physician hit us for 1 for as many times as they feel like. We would like to kill this Mired Triton if we can, although they may just have removal here. If they just go like Mire's Grasp here, we could be in bad shape. Scavenging Harpy, okay. Maybe it'd be better not to block here, because we do have those 2 fight spells. Yeah, I'm not gonna block. Nexus Warden, okay. We will play Nexus Warden. Alright, now I probably will block this time. I'll probably will just block the Mired Triton, but I wanted to leave us open. If we drew the fight spell, we'd be able to fight the Harpy. But now that we have a creature with reach, we're less worried about that. Timuret. Pretty good against us, being able to exile our graveyard. We might have to Dreadful Apathy that. Not right now, but maybe in the future. Okay. Yeah, I guess they have a removal, some sort of pump or something. Oh, you're still gonna make them do it, though. Maybe they have a Mire's Grasp they're gonna do post-combat. Okay. Eat the Harpy and Mire's Grasp. Agonizing Remorse. Ugh, well, there goes our Dreadful Apathy. Womp womp. That sucks. It's gonna be pretty hard to remove this Timuret without that. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess we attack with the Grove Dancer. See if they want to trade their Timuret for it. Okay, yes. Yes, yes, yes. We will absolutely make this trade. Ooh. Wow. I can't believe they did that. So here we will Relentless Pursuit, now that our graveyard is safe. Oh, and we've got an Elspeth, heck yeah. Pick and pick. Put an Elspeth in our graveyard. We can't cast the next turn, but we can the turn after that. Okay. Whew. Very nice. So yeah, now I'm feeling great about where we're at. No, we're not going to block. Okay. Here we will... I guess we just use as much mana as we can. Horn Beetle plus Nyxborn Courser. I guess maybe we should have actually just dumped something into our graveyard with our Grove Dancer so we could play Elspeth next turn. You know what? We'll attack with our Grove Dancer. Because if they do trade, if they go like Grim Position block, kill our Grove Dancer, then that gives us enough cards in our graveyard for our Elspeth. Yeah, okay. Sure. We have to go Elspeth next turn. We can use her pump to get the Nessian Horn Beetle. Have a counter on it. Oh man, that card is looking awful right now. Sure. Sure. Okay. Yeah, but I think here we just play our card. Good old Elspeth. Exile everything. Get Elspeth back from the graveyard. I think we'll just pump here.
I have killed one god already.
Yeah, we're just not going to block the Fire Triton, so we'll just pump.
Believe in yourself as
Hit our opponent for a gigantic chunk of damage. And if they want to just attack our Elspeth here, then sure. We can just do the same thing next turn. So they need something pretty good here. Looks like our opponent might be on the timeout plan. Oh, no, they just drew a land. So they are pretty dead here. Well, they just hold it back, sure. Wow. And we will Siona, see if we get anything good. We managed to miss. I guess we just hear the winds. Pump our creatures. Pump and pump.
I will do my best to support you.
And they can trade with one of them if they want to, but they're pretty dead. Okay, and our opponent just gives it up. Yeah, they would need something like a card that doesn't exist to get back into the game at that point, so taking it down once again. That's the second mono-black aggro-ish deck we've seen, and it's been awful both times, so don't know if that deck just doesn't really have legs or if they've just been awkward draws or what, but whatever. Let's move on to the next game. Alright, up against Ugly, and we will keep this. Got some Grove Dancers to hold the ground and some late game stuff, so not a lot going on, but something at least. Our opponent has some crazy powerful draw. This isn't going to cut it, but in the short term, hopefully it'll be okay. Yeah, I guess we do go Horn Beetle here, just in case we draw the Chimera. We can play Chimera next turn and start putting counters on this thing. If we don't, it'll just be a 2-2, but... Okay, they're on the Transcendent Envoy plan, which is scary. Attack with our Horn Beetle. Play Grove Dancer. Yeah, if they go Staggering Insight here, it's gonna be pretty bad. And let's see if they've got it. Okay, just a Courser, sure. Not so bad. I don't think we want to trade this Carametra's Blessing with the Nyxborn Courser, so we'll just Grove Dancer, especially because we can't do it like pre-combat to put a counter on it, right? Like if we could somehow do this in a way where we trade our Carametra's Blessing with our Courser and also get a counter on our Beetle, maybe it'd be worth it. But I think, wow. Okay. Well, we will. Yeah. Okay, fine. Maybe this means we should have done it anyway, but... Let's see how they block. Alright. We're gonna pump this Horn Beetle. Yeah, we will... Dawn Evangel. And pass turn. hopefully draw some lands here would be the best thing to draw. Sure, take one. We have pretty much eliminated their clock, so Theros Iroas is kind of scary. And they can flash in like a Starlit Mantle to give a double strike on their turn. Ugh, we didn't want another Dawn Evangel. Yeah, we'll play it though. Faster. I mean, if we draw like the fight spell or something, I guess Dawn Evangel was pretty good. Shoal Kraken. Alright, opponent's locking things down. Yeah, I don't... Is there a 1 mana... Oh, I guess this reduces the cost. So if they do have a Starlit Mantle, that'll go up to a 3/3 double strike. So I guess if we block like this, it'll still... I guess if they put it on that... We'll just block with everything except the Horn Beetle, I guess. And this should be able... So if they give it double strike, it'll go up to a 4... Yeah, it'll go up to a... Okay. No, they're just gonna trade it for a 2/2. That's fine too. Eidolon, sure. Get the loot. They're digging for their... Oh, I got something good in hand. Yeah, we will... Forerunner. Start putting counters on our Horn Beetle. No attacks. Next turn we can Brawler to probably just kill this Envoy. I'm just more scared of them going like, maybe we gotta kill this Eidolon Philosophy actually. That's 7 mana, so they'll be able to crack it this turn potentially if they have a land. Drawing 3 is... Whoa, okay. I don't know. I don't know if we want to go after this Envoy to get their only evasive creature out of the way. So if they do draw like a Staggering Insight, well now they can crack the Eidolon in response, so I guess there's no use in fighting it. Then we just Brawler, take out the Glory Bearers. Go to combat. Attack with everything. They can eat up one of our little creatures if they feel like it. But that means they're not blocking this Forerunner or this Horn Beetle, taking a lot of damage that way. Okay, they're just going to trade with a Forerunner. Oh, they got a Affinity Singer, so they're not even trading. That's pretty good. Does mean they don't get to crack this Eidolon of Philosophy, which is something. Ugh, another land's pretty bad. Guess we do get to mill twice with Skull of Gravedancer. I don't think trading this Horn Beetle with the Kraken is worth it. I guess, when are we ever going to not be able to, though? With all these high toughness creatures, it's always going to be trading for at least, like, 2 or 3 more turns. It's going to be trading for that, so... I think we do just get in. Sure. Yeah, we'll just get in. Okay, opponent's just gonna... Yeah, and we will trade the 4 for the Affinity Singer, sure. Get a flyer out of the way. They do crack the Eidolon, sure. Draw some cards. I guess potentially we should have milled first with Grove Dancer just to see if we got a... we'll pass. Just to see if we got the enchantment that gives Vigilance. We would have played that, I think. We can start dumping cards into our with our Grove Dancer, though, so hopefully we can get to our Elspeth sooner or later. We have cleared our opponent's board pretty well. Oh god, Protean Thaumaturge. It's kind of scary. Ooh, and a big old Brine Giant. Sure. Opponent gets in. Okay, we will mill and mill. Okay, Storyteller's good, so we will play Storyteller. Put Blessing back on top of our deck. and play planes and pass turn. Next turn we can Warbriar's Blessing to eat the Shoal Kraken potentially. Alright, Thaumaturge is about to become Brine Giant. A little unfortunate. Oh, it's just gonna make it a Horn Beetle? Sure. I might need to eat that instead then. That thing's gonna grow out of control pretty quickly. Do we want to eat the Shoal Kraken or the Horn Beetle? Kind of surprised he went with a Horn Beetle instead of a Brine Giant. Which is just gonna be... Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I was holding up the clock and I didn't even realize. Whoops. Oh, yeah, yikes. Okay, that was probably the best draw in their deck, I gotta imagine. Yeah, that's really bad for us. Yep, put a Staggering Insight on the Transcendent Envoy. Okay, we're gonna have to just kill this Transcendent Envoy then. Yep. Yep, that's what we're gonna have to do. Fortunately, we're gonna have to leave this Shoal Kraken and this Nessian Horn Beetle alive. Just so we can kill this Envoy, but it's gotta go. We cannot leave that alive. No way. Okay. It's once again becoming... I guess there's something cool they could do with that Thaumaturge, which is... They can make it grow... Yeah, I guess they can make it grow as a Horn Beetle and then turn it into a Brine Giant later. That's not bad. Huh. That's pretty sneaky. Let's see. They draw specifically a removal spell off the top. We're gonna be pretty sad, but... We are gonna Horn Beetle. Eat this Envoy. Okay. Yeah, they can get it back, whatever. We get rid of the enchantment at least. Yeah. Oh, they're getting the Thenity Singer. I guess we do mill here. Okay. Attacks. Yeah, opponent's kind of grinding us out here. This Thaumaturge is actually pretty damn good. They're gonna be able to make this thing as big as they want it to be, and then they can turn it into a 5/6 with all these counters still on it. Okay, there's a Loathsome Chimera. So we attack here, they can just chump it. I guess we'll Loathsome Chimera. Go to combat. We can start growing our Beetle too. Do we want to trade here with a Brine Giant? No, I guess not. Pass turn. Just start milling with this Grove Dancer. Hopefully we'll hit our Elspeth. Okay, they got another Transcendent Envoy, sure. They can eventually give this Nessian Horn Beetle flying too. Okay, they're just gonna make it big, which is fine. Okay. But eventually they can make it a copy of Envoy, which will mean they can gain a life, sure. Ugh. Alright, mill. Mill. Alright, there's a Sentinel's Eyes. Problem is they got Thenity Singer, so we're not even... I guess we just hold on to the Sentinel's Eyes. Like, what are we even putting it on? For what benefit, you know? We put it on the Horn Beetle, we still can't attack, is my point, because they have this Thenity Singer. Ay. Yeah, they might just have us beat here, unfortunately. They have got a little bit better of a board going on. And even if we draw... I guess if we draw some removal spells, we might be able to get our way out of this. Sentinel's Eyes. Let's see if they give the Horn Beetle flying yet. Well, still choosing not to. It's a Courser. Alright, we'll mill again. There's our Elspeth. Okay, so that's for next turn. Guess we just Courser here. And pass a turn. No attacks. Storyteller. Okay, what do they have? Oh no. Staggering Insight again. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Uh-oh. Okay, they get in for 2. Yeah, this one, ugh. Opponent's just kind of outgrinding us a bit. Warbriar's Blessing. Like Infinity Singer in response, so we can't kill the Horn Beetle. How much blue devotion they have? They have 1, 2... They only got 2 blue devotion. I guess I can kill the Horn Beetle, can't I? If I go... Let me make sure. 1, 2... They'll have 3. They'll have 3 because of the Affinity Singer, so... It'll go up to 9 power. Do I have... I guess I have the mana to... Yeah, I can do this. Okay. Exile, Forest, Relentless Pursuit, and Karametra's Blessing. So I can get rid of their Horn Beetle here, which is good. They are gonna eventually... They're gonna get back to Staggering Insight, which is less than good.
I will rend the sun from the heavens. Heliod.
Plus, and... Plus...
The heart of a hero beats within your breast.
And I can't attack, unfortunately, because of this Affinity Singer, but I can go to main phase 2. I can Warbriar's Blessing this Nessian Horn Beetle to kill the other Nessian Horn Beetle, even through this Affinity Singer. Oh god, they had a Starlit Mantle too. Brutal. Well, couldn't account for that. Yikes. Yeah, it does nothing, unfortunately. And pass turn. But they can start Transcendent Envoying here, drawing a ton of cards with this Staggering Insight. I guess technically they're gonna deck before we do, so that's something. Maybe we can play towards the deck plan. If we can draw our reach creature, we can actually just block this thing indefinitely. But we're gonna need to draw it sooner rather than later. So I guess we should stop milling ourselves with Skolic Road Dancer. Gain some life with Elspeth too. Well, that's not what we wanted to see. Yeah, I guess we just... I don't know. I guess we'll just gain some life with Elspeth.
Rest. I will continue the
And pass turn. Put a counter on Horn Beetle. No attacks. Yeah, I think we're just gonna try and mill our opponent out here. That's gonna be our plan. We just gotta find our blocker for Transcendent Envoy. And hope they don't have any other ways left in their deck to pump their Transcendent Envoy. Well, there goes that plan. Ay. Do we have a removal spell left? I guess we can Sentinel's Eyes up our archers to survive, right? Yep, take 4. Okay, Triumphant Surge isn't bad. I think we'll do it on their upkeep. So we will place Elspeth and whatever, plus and plus.
You are braver than you know.
So wait, we got 10 mana, right? So oh, I guess that was a mistake. I thought I had enough mana. We only have 9 mana. I thought we had 10. Yeah, so I guess we just pass. That's a little awkward. We are going to try to Triumphant Surge this thing, though. That's more important than getting back Elspeth this turn. And no attacks. Alright, we'll try to Triumphant Surge this thing. Leave our opponent... I guess they can Thenity Singer and hit their own creature. And can they do that on... no, it's target creature and opponent controls. They can't save their own creature with this Thenity Singer. Which is, okay, that's good they got that out of their hand. Makes our combat less tricky. Yeah, sure. Are we gonna get to kill this thing? They have another protection spell? Okay, they're gonna Flicker of Fate. Sure, they're gonna Flicker of Fate the Aura, put that on another creature. Sure. And we don't get to kill the Transcendent Envoy anymore either. That's pretty brutal. That's I don't know if they meant to do that play, but that's a pretty good play. They said oops. So it kind of seems like they didn't quite mean to do that play, but it just saves their creature by lowering its power by 1 and also they get to save the Staggering Insight. That's pretty good. Pretty good. That might get us. Yeah, we take 3. We need our Nexus Wardens for sure. Ugh, we're just not going to draw them. Okay. Get back Elspeth. We will exile... Exile, and... Exile. Play Elspeth. Minus her to gain 5 life. And... pass turn. I mean, there's nothing else we can do. We can't get through this board, so... Our plan is decking. They got 6 cards left. But they're definitely going to kill us before that. We gotta draw our Nexus Wardens to be able to block this Transcendent Envoy. Sure. Opponent loots if they want to. They might just stop looting at this point. I guess at any point they could give this Nexus, this Nexian Horn Beetle flying too. I don't know if they realize they can do that, because I kind of feel like they would have already done it by now. They could have just killed us with this thing probably many times over. Yeah, take 5. Come on, Nexus Wardens. I know you're in there, buddy. Oh my god. Are we just dead? We're not just dead. Unless they give their thing flying. Is Nexus Warden even in my deck anymore? Did I exile at some point? No, it's still in there somewhere. Okay, yeah, I will just make 2 1/1s.
I am proud of my
and pass turn. Oop, no attacks. See if I'm dead. I should be. I mean, again, they can just make this Nexian Horn Beetle flying at any point, and then I'm super ultra dead. But, I don't know. I think this turn I have to Skull a Grove Dancer to buy us another turn if we don't draw the Nexus Wardens. Oh, no, we're just actually dead. Alright. Good game. Good game. We'll let them do it. I won't concede. We'll let them kill us with a trigger. So we were never going to be able to deck them then. They always had the out to that via Thassa's Oracle. Thassa's Oracle is a really good card, by the way. Just mostly because of this. This is a format that already kind of lends itself to decking, and being able to use that as an advantage is really powerful. And otherwise, it's just a good card, getting to sort of super mega scry based on your blue devotion. So our opponent had a really good deck there, sort of a blue-white flyer with some mono blue devotion payoffs, and that that Thaumaturge was able to really lock down the board, and we just weren't able to get out in front of it. So, oh well, on to the next one. Okay, playing against Walker 4A, and we will keep this. We have some removal and some card draw, so no real action, but do have some ways to get to action. Well, more removal, sure. Can't complain about that, I suppose. Blue-black, okay. I think in this format, blue-black is just sort of, like, basically just control, like just blue-black, old school, limited control. So okay, we'll take a force and a Theros Brand Brawler. See what our opponent does, if anything. Okay, Timoret. Timoret, actually not great for us. Ugh, do you want a Dreadful Apathy to Timoret? I guess we'll just wait till we can fight it. Whatever, he can eat these cards out of our graveyard. Sure, if that's what he wants to spend his mana doing, then that's okay. Venomous Hierophant, okay. There goes, okay, good, they milled their Labyrinth Scophos, which is nice. Yeah, I think we'll just Dreadful Apathy the Hierophant, I guess. And pass turn. Next turn we can Theros Brand Brawler to eat the Timoret. Hopefully, unless they get 2 pips of Black Devotion on the battlefield. But if they don't, we can eat that, and we can be set up to go to town with this Theros Brand Brawler and the rest of our removal. Sure, opponent gets in. They leave up 5 mana, I'm going to be pretty scared, because that's like final death mana. They do leave up 5 mana. Yeah, I guess we do it anyway. They wanna eat or kill our creature in response. Fine. I don't think there's anything better we can really do this turn as far as like if we play like Nexus Wardens and Sentinel's Eyes it or something. I don't think that's really better. Like if we had some other action. Okay, wow, they don't even have the removal spell. That's good for us. Okay. Sweet. Okay. What? Huh. They could have done that in response to save their creature. What? Is there, maybe there's a... Do they want a creature in the graveyard? I think... Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that turn. I don't know what... Either they messed up or there's something I'm not understanding. The reason they wanted this Timoret dead. Either way, we're happy to see it go. Okay. We'll probably just Hero of the Winds here, I suppose. See if our opponent counters it. And then we'll Nexus Wardens. Just get some blockers out there. Lock things down a bit. Oh, okay. That's a bit scary. That means they can even do like a final death right now. Like they have these each reduce the the cost it takes to cast something by 1 if it's on our turn. So they could potentially I guess we go for it. They could potentially final death our hero here, which would be not fun. Okay. No, they don't. Alright, we'll just go to combat. Attack with hero. Okay. Alright, just gonna hit our hero to save on some damage. They can't kill our hero, which is good, but... Sure. Yep. Take 0, and I think we'll just pass here and plan on sacrificing this Dreadful Apathy. Sure. Alright, sacrifice this, get it in the graveyard. So if we draw a Laguna Band Storyteller, we can get it back. Okay. I don't think it's worth really fighting these Thenity Singers to start getting through damage with heroes, so I'm just gonna Skull a Band, or Skull a Grow Dancer, and just pass the turn. I guess this is technically a free attack, so we'll do it. Make them scared of a pump spell, potentially. They have no fear. Alright. And pass turn. So we do have, we can leave up Triumphant Surge here. Hits, if they have, like, put a big threat. Ugh, Thassa's Oracle. This is similar to the last deck we played, except it's blue-black instead of blue-white. That's a little scary. So let them dig through almost half their deck to find a card. That Historical is really powerful. Great card. If you were wondering, if you were looking at this card and wondering, hey, should I play this in my limited deck? The answer is absolutely. It is very, very, very good. Just start milling with Skull of Band, or Skull of Grove Dancer here. Yep. Mill. Mill. Okay, Laguna Band's pretty good. I think we will just... see, so this turn we're gonna... Laguna Band plus... yeah, we can just hold up Triumphant Surge, so... yep, I'll just Laguna Band here and get back Dreadful Apathy. And... pass turn. No attacks. Thaumaturge's familiar. Okay, okay. These 1/3 flyers does make it a little hard, because one way we could try to win here is with our hero that wins, but that's not going to happen with all these flyers. We're not going to mill. Dreadful Apathy. Like, there's nothing even we want to hit with the Dreadful Apathy right now, right? So, yeah, I think we just pass a turn. Start milling with Grove Dancer. Once we get Elspeth, we can start attacking with hero and wins. Oh, okay. Well, it skipped through my end step, unfortunately, our opponent's end step. I wanted to mill with Grove Dancer there. 1, 2, okay, so we can still mill twice with Grove Dancer. We'll play one. Gain some life. No attacks. Pass turn. That's a little unfortunate. We could have potentially hit our Elspeth there. And give our opponent another draw here to potentially have an answer to it. Okay. Will mill. Gain 2 life. Mill. Gain 2 life. There's our Elspeth. Sweet. So here we will Elspeth. Tick up or tick down our Elspeth by 1, plus both of these.
I will do my best to support you.
Warbriar's Blessing our hero of the winds. Fight one of the fight the Thaumaturge. Go to combat. Attack. Oh. Attack. 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 And attack. Leave back the Nexus Wardens. Okay, but it jumps. Sure, just does some trading with the Grove Dancers. Pass turn. We can keep doing this every turn with our Elspeth. Pumping up this Laguna Band Storyteller and this hero that wins to keep swinging in for a lot of damage. We have 2 answers in the hand to deal with any sort of real threat they could have, so I'm feeling pretty good about where we're at. Eidolon. Well, shoot, they can sacrifice that right now. We don't have a chance to kill that. That's a little unfortunate. Yeah, we will just keep ticking up.
Find your valor and fight.
Attack and attack. They can, unfortunately, block with this Eidolon and sacrifice it in response. So they're not going to take any damage off the Storyteller, but at least make them do it this turn instead of potentially holding it back and waiting for another turn. Yep. Opponent takes 4. And I think we just leave up our removal spells and our protection spell. So if they go to kill our hero, we have this Charametra's Blessing to protect it. And if they play some big demon or something, we can have a Triumphant Surge to deal with it. Okay. Underworld Charger does nothing against us with this hero that wins, so That's not an issue. Okay. I wonder if we Dreadful Apathy Identity Singer. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Get the flyer out of the way. Increase our clock by 1 turn. Gain some life. Pump our creatures.
Believe in yourself as I believe in you.
Attack and attack. Opponent can't block with the charger, so all I can do is chump here. And they do. Take 4. Oh, do they? Sure. Yeah, so they get that back. They get to Super Scry again. A little unfortunate, but at least they don't win the game. Yeah. They get to dig through the top 4 cards, pick whichever one they want to keep. Which I imagine is probably either a flyer or some big threat or... Ugh, that's his Oracle. This card has given us some trouble this league, for sure. And I think we just leave up Triumphant Surge plus Karametra's Blessing rather than play this next Born Courser. Alright. Sacrifice Identity Singer. Ooh, that is the draw. Alright. Yeah, Nihilious Forerunner. Hope this resolves. It does. Sweet. Tick up with Elspeth on... Let's go Wardens and Hero.
I will do my best to support you.
Attack with everything. We don't care if our Elspeth dies at this point. We can just get it back. Alright, we will Karametra's Blessing, and that should be game. Pumps all our creatures. And everything's got trample. And we got a 7/10 hexproof flyer. So, alright, we took it down. So we were able to beat the Thassa's Oracle that time. Opponent didn't have quite as crazy as a deck as our previous opponent, and we were able to just sort of put enough pressure on them that they died. So sweet. On to the next one. Okay, playing against Taran, and we'll keep this. We do have a Grove Dancer on for turn 2 and contest and training to hopefully make sure we hit our 3rd land drop if we don't hit it naturally. We'd rather not just spend this test training on a Grove Dancer, but we'll do it if we need to. Yeah, forests go. Oh, okay, we don't have an answer to that, unfortunately. This card has been... I've played against it a few times now, and it's been pretty hard to beat. Not impossible, but pretty difficult. Ooh, they got an Arachneer to put it on, too. Jeez Louise. Yeah, it's got some action going on here. Yeah, I think we just Horn Beetle. Attack for 2. Do we attack for 2? I guess we don't attack for 2. Pass turn. We could potentially double block the Arachneer if what they do here is just equip it up and swing in. Elspeth's Nightmare. Okay, there goes our Horn Beetle. Rest in peace, buddy. I guess we could have Karametra's Blessing. I forgot that's power 2 or greater, not converted mana cross 2 or greater, so that was potentially a mistake. Yeah, okay. Nah. No reason to attack, because if we attack here, they can suit this up with Shadow Spear and attack in. And even though we can block it with our Courser, they'll still gain the 2 life back, so... Yeah, they can take our Karametra's Blessing or our Test and Training here. Yeah, we messed that up. I forgot that this was power 2 or greater, or power 2 or less. We could have saved our Nessian Horn Beetle and then played out this testing training so there'd be no targets for our opponent's Elspeth's Nightmare. So we, instead of going, just losing our Karametra's Blessing to this, we're going to lose our Karametra's Blessing and our Horn Beetle. So really there was no reason not to save it. So pretty big mistake on my part, but I just didn't remember exactly how Elspeth's Nightmare worked. Temple Thief, sure, that's unblockable right now actually, which is pretty good with the Shadow Spear. Okay, Storyteller gets back nothing. Never mind. So I guess here we'll just suit up this Courser a bit, I guess. Draw a card. Okay. Do we want to fight the Arachneer? If we do, they can get it back eventually. Maybe it's better to hit the Temple Thief. Yeah. We're gonna hit the Temple Thief. And no attacks. Man, Arachneer, yeah, Arachneer's a problem for sure. If it ever dies, I can get it back, and then, you know, bringing Arachneer back as a, I think, a 4/5 and putting a Shadow Spear on it to make it a 5/6, really, really, really bad for us. I guess it's worth it now. Whatever, we'll attack. If they want to just throw it away to get it back later, that's fine. I'll just take it, alright. And we'll play Plains, pass turn. Start milling with our Grove Dancer, try to get Elspeth in our graveyard. I guess we... oh my god, another Arachneer. Yep. Sure, opponent gets in. Gains 2 life. Mill. Okay. We will Siona, see what we get. We've already used a couple of auras, so we could just miss here. We do not at all. Okay, Dreadful Apathy, not bad. Can't use it this turn, really. Yeah, we'll attack with our Grove Dancer. Dreadful Apathy would be a great answer to this Chain Whip Arachneer if they didn't have 2. Having 2 is... ugh. But I guess, okay, what we can do is Dreadful Apathy, sacrifice it, kill the Chain Whip, it exiles the creature, so we can exile the Chain Whip Arachneer. Then we can... what are the dead? What are they? Okay, just the Temple Thief, sure. Then we can do it. We can get it back with Lagona Band Storyteller, play Dreadful Apathy again, exile the Chain Whip Arachneer again, and that way we can actually get rid of both Chain Whip Arachneers. So, I think we just start doing that here. So here we will... yeah, we'll just Chain Whip Arachneer. It's going to take a long time to work through these Chain Whip Arachneers, but I think it's worth going for it. Yeah, we'll attack with our Grove Dancer. They want to double block, they can. Opponent takes it, and we will pass turn. Okay, so that puts a clock on us. We gotta start actually winning a game here. Now we'll just take 2. We're not gonna block with Siona. She can make us some 1/1s later, which we'll be able to block this thing anyway. Okay. Right. How many cards I got in the graveyard? And it takes 4 to get this back. We just play the Brawler here and get him with everything? Yeah, I think we do that. You know what? We're doing it. Play the Brawler. Kill the Temple Thief. Get him with everything. If we draw a land next turn, we can sacrifice the enchantment and play the Laguna Band Storyteller. So doing it this way, we put our opponent under more pressure. Okay, opponent just chumps, perhaps. Takes a bunch of damage. Okay, but it's going to be a while before they can get that back. They've only got 2 cards exiled to it, so they need 2 more. They can sack this Omen of the Dead, and they can... so I guess they have one way kind of lined up to put a card in the graveyard, but that takes 3 mana. So if that's the fastest they've got, it's going to take them at least a couple turns. That's pretty brutal. Jeez. Okay. Here's hoping for a land. If we can go land, exile the Chain Whip Arachneer, play Laguna Band Storyteller, get back the exile spell, we'll be pretty happy. Especially if all our opponent has to do here is Omen of the Dead. Oh gosh, another Underworld Dreams. Okay. But that does mean the Arachneer is not coming back next turn unless they've got a 2-mana instant or something. Oh. Elspeth is pretty good. So that isn't exactly what we wanted. We wanted a land, but I think we still just go Elspeth. We just put the pedal to the metal here and just kill the crap out of our opponent if they don't got any answers to this stuff. Yep. And this should be game unless our opponent has a 2-mana mono green. I mean, they could have like another Mystic Repeal, I guess. They could have a... okay, looks like they don't. Good game. Alright. So Elspeth just killed him on the spot there. Okay, so our opponent had a pretty cool graveyard deck, but I think ours was just better. And so we were able to take him down. So sweet. That means we have a chance to go for max wins here. We've got one game here, and we either win it and we win the league, or we lose it and we come out, you know, 1 win shy. So let's go for it. Final game. Alright, final game. And this hand does look good. We can go... I mean, we got answers, we got threats, we got... This is a limited hand of Magic, so some card draw is nice too. So we will just plains here. Forest would be nice to have a 2-drop, but hopefully our opponent's... Okay, red blue. Oi. Okay. Do we want to just answer that? We'll just play Loathsome Chimera. There's some argument that we should just slap the Dreadful Apathy on that thing and get it into a spot where we can answer it. Because if they just start holding up counter spells, that's a lot of damage, a lot of scrying. Ooh, 2 of them. Okay. Okay. All right. We will attack. See if they make the trade. Okay, they do make the. Huh? Oh gosh, they don't make the trade. I wish they had. Okay, Dawn Evangel. With 2 of them, I don't know if it's worth just answering one. They're going to make everything they cast in our turn do a crap load of damage, though. Oh, okay, but they're missing land drops, which is good for us. Go to combat. Attack. We're okay if they want to double block and trade one of their Chimeras for one of our Dawn. Yeah, sure. Take 4. No, opponent just does nothing. Just takes 6. Okay, they're gonna just trade with a... Huh? Okay, they're gonna trade with a Chimera. I'm gonna keep the pressure on, I think. Yeah, I'll play Nyxborn Courser. Just keep the pressure on, make them feel like they have to trade. If they keep missing land drops, we're gonna be in a better spot by keeping the pressure on rather than answering their threat. Okay, well, they hit their land drop. Stampede Rider. We might just answer that with Dreadful Apathy. If we can keep the pressure on, make them feel like this 2/2 has to be exchanged for some life, we should be in good shape. So I think we will hit the Stampede Rider, play Dawn Evangel, attack with everything, get him down to 10 life. Alright, well, we can get that back to Loathsome Chimera eventually. Use this Relentless Pursuit to put enough stuff in the graveyard for it. And they hit their 4th land drop too. They might be able to stabilize here, but at least we got them pretty low, and this Loathsome Chimera is going to be something they hopefully won't be able to block without trading, so being able to get that back over and over again when their life is so low will be good. Yeah, 3-3. They have stabilized a bit. Opponent gets in. I think we will Relentless Pursuit. Take Horn Beetle, take a Forest. Fill up our graveyard. This needs 3 other cards, yeah, so we're gonna attack with everything. If they block one of the Evangels, we'll have enough cards in our graveyard to get back Chimera. Oh, I guess we already do. Whoops, I forgot. We got Relentless Pursuit resolves and puts itself in the graveyard. Whoops, so this attack... okay. We got in 4 damage, got him down to 6. That was our plan, yeah. All part of the plan. Okay, we draw a land next turn, we can load some Chimera plus Nessian Hornbeetle to start growing it. That should be pretty good. Axe, okay. I'm locking down the ground pretty well. Ooh, Sentinel's Eyes. We'll save that. Yeah, we'll save that for next turn. We'll leave the Warbriar's Blessing in there, exile the rest of it. Play Horn Beetle, start growing our Horn Beetle. No point in attacking this turn, but next turn we can Sentinel's Eyes up our Hero of the Winds and get in with everything. That'll be pretty good. Unless they do something really good here. Hopefully they just... Okay, another Chimera. Okay. And a Rage Hound, but that can't block, so it doesn't really change the math on what we're about to... Oh, we can do both. Oh my god. Okay, so we will play the Ferris Brand Brawler. Attack. Attack the Wave Rider. Because we're about to attack with everything this turn. Play Sentinel's Eyes on our Hero of the Winds, buff everything. Attack with everything, and now if they live through this, they're going to be in bad shape, and they may not even be able to live, because this can't block, this can't block, this can't block. They have 3 blockers. We've got 5 attackers. So this should be game, because even if they block all the most powerful creatures, they're going to be taking 6. Yeah, I think they're just dead. Oh, can this block? Oh, it attacks each combat if able. Oh, that card does not work how I thought it did. Sure. Well, they're dead anyway. They didn't block right. They had to block the high-power creatures there. They could have survived, though. For some reason, I thought the Rage Hound couldn't block, but it's just that it attacks every turn. But anyway, despite me not being able to read cards, we just won our league. So, we got max wins. We did lose a couple times. One of those was to drawing no lands, and the other one was just getting soundly beat by a blue-white deck. But we did win our league. So let's claim our prizes. Open our packs. So 3 packs. First rare is Dryad. Hasn't shown up as much in Standard as I would kind of expected it to. Card reads very powerful. Definitely great in like Commander, but Shadow of the Sky, Wrath of God for the format, very good. Seen a lot of play in control decks. Pretty much has put blue-white control at the top of the format, with the fairy. And Archon, really good build around. We saw it in Limited a game or two, and it was, we had to answer it or die almost immediately. So, great card. And yeah, so we took down our league. I think the big thing we can take away from this is that, at least that I can take away, is that my working theory on Theros Beyond Death Limited is still holding true. Typically, basically, I think in this format, value matters less. I think because of escape, because of the just litany of good removal spells, I think bombs and value have less impact, and it's more about synergy, more about having a deck that functions through like 4 removal spells, because almost all your opponents are going to have a ton of removal. So that's my working theory. It's all about synergy and tempo in this format, I think. Yeah, and I think our deck really did have fantastic synergy. We really took advantage of the graveyard, had a lot of ways to fill it up, and Elspeth was just, being able to bring that back over and over and over again, just a really, really powerful, to be able to play around with that. So yeah, this league was a blast, took it down, and I hope you enjoyed watching, because I enjoyed playing. This has been 2D, and I'll see you next time.